What is happening, Carib Boys and Girls? This is your boy Carib Boy, back with a top 10 list of Lost Origin, and we just did collectible. So all you know, we're doing playable today, and this is also day 14. I have it correct. Day 14 of the 100 days of Christmas with Carib Boy. I hope all you enjoying it. So we're getting right into it for the top 10 playable cards of Lost Origin. Now, if all you think the collectible cards was hard, this playable I feel was even more challenging for me, because listen, Lost Origin saying some things. Now, I created this list way back just before the pre-release, right? So I did not change the list much, but some weeks after the launch of Lost Origin, it have some decks, it have some cards that performing real good. One of which is not on this list because honestly I didn't see the value of the card. I didn't really, I guess, investigate much because I think people was trying it out. But I have to give some honorable mentions. Honorable meaning that yes, it may be not in my top 10 here, but the cards doing great, and I think that the community, especially the playing community, needs to know about these cards. All right, so and Lost Origin brings back the theme, the mechanic of the Lost Zone. All right, which we could go into in another video, right? But it is a new let we call it a mechanic. A zone where cards neither go to your hand, deck, field, or discard pile, but they go to a special place called the Lost Zone where they really cannot be accessed again. If you're a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh, come like your card get banished. You get banished, right? So you can't use it again. But yes, so let me get into the list here. All right, and coming in at number 10. At number 10, the good boy makes an appearance again in the playable cards, and that is the Hisuian Arcanine, especially, well, this one from Lost Origin. And of course, if I play in Hisuian Arcanine, I want to play the best looking version, so the trainer gallery is the picture you're seeing here. Alright, Hisuian Arcanine, I see this card as interesting because of this 0 attack. And you know, people say it could fit in well with a Zorak deck, the one price Zorak that replaces a card from the discard pile. So I'm curious about how this Hisuian Arcanine would perform. And of course, it's a good boy. It's the good boy. It's a favorite of mine, of course. Moving along. Number 9 is the Leon's Charizard, the Battle Sense Charizard, the trainer gallery one, of course. For those who didn't know, the Leon's Charizard, the Battle Sense Charizard, was the first deck I ever used, built, and used. Yeah? So, of course, it is special to me. I would like to build a beautiful artistic version of the deck to immortalize in collection. Now, I will play it, of course, but I want to have my first deck in the highest rarity available in my collection. Lovely. Number 8 is an interesting card, which up to this point I haven't gotten much play in the deck list that I've seen, and that is the Volo card, the Volo trainer card. I think it is interesting, giving a player the power to regulate his or her bench, and I think it could be useful in terms of challenging the opponent to find ways to take more prizes, or preventing them from taking multiple prizes, you know. So I'm looking out for Volo. I think it might get some play. At least it's an interesting card. Number 7, we have the Lost Zone trainers. Now, I cannot limit this spot to one card. So in this set, we have the Mirage Gate, Lost Vacuum, Lost City, Fantina, and Colress's Experiment. Alright, these are the Lost Zone support that you can find in Lost Origin. You would see these names popping up in a lot of the Lost Zone tech build decks. Alright, nice. Moving along, number 6, we have what is titled the Mew VMAX Killer in Drapion V. Yeah, I think everybody should have a couple Dripions in the back pocket, in the collection, to take, to try. It is a good card, and it really titled the Movie Max Killer. The attack cost is reduced according to how many strike Pokemon there's. That's Fusion Strike, Rapid Strike, and Single Strike. And of course, a Fusion Mew VMAX is full of Fusion Strike cards. That attack going to become nothing, and you're killing Mew VMAX for free. 0 energy. Alright? Yeah, Mew VMAX Killer. Moving along, we have number 5 is a card, yes, from Lost Origin, but there's a deck around it, and that is the Giratina Vista. Interesting card, interesting gimmick, you know, attack scaling to how many damage counters on the side on the field. And I think there are some cards, there are some support that could make this deck cause some trouble. And the Hisuian Zorak is a pretty favorite card, a pretty attractive looking design, and it has been a favorite for many people coming out of Pokemon Legends Arceus. I want to stick up in here just to say my honorable mention is Kyurem VMAX. Oh my gosh, this card is performing. It is performing. You cannot deny it. It didn't make my list because I didn't really see. You know, it didn't really catch my eye before. But if it didn't before, it catching your eye now. Alright, so Kyurem VMAX. Coming in at number 4, we have a deck that also performing, a card and a deck that is also performing something they titled the Ultimate Tank. Giratina Vista is very hard to knock out. And it is performing pretty well. In fact, it won a recent tournament here locally. So let's check it out. Giratina Vista. Check it out. The Ultimate Tank. Moving along, we're in the top 3 right now. Number 3. I have 2 cards, a pair of cards that work together in something called the Lost Zone box kind of way. Is Cramorant and Sableye from Lost Origin. 2 one-price cards that topping and winning tournaments all year. They cannot be denied. They're working, they're looking good. Check it out. It is not expensive to build. I mean, it's kind of hard to find because people want the cards. But check it out. The deck doing real good. Cramorant and Sableye from Lost Origin. Coming in at number 2. Hey, we have a card from the Lost Origin set of Pokemon that I feel strongly deserves its own spot. Title as the Lost Zone Engine. We have that Comfy from Lost Origin, deserving of its own spot. Number 2. Listen, I need a playset. I ain't opened much Lost Origin, but I need a playset of that Comfy. So if you're local from Trinidad and Tobago here and you know me good and you have extra, link about. And coming in at number 1, we have a card from Lost Origin which also has its own deck and kind of mixing in other decks, you know, taking in kind of way. In the core, we have Giratina Vista. Coming in to mash up the place. It has been winning tournaments. It topping tournaments. Or let's check it out. It is a favorite boy of mine. Giratina, that is. And I would love to get the cards in real life and have a deck that I could use and play and enjoy. Alright? So of course, I want to hear what you want to play. The Carib Nation, the Carib Boys and Girls. So comment below what it is you looking forward to play, to try, to test, to just get and have some fun with. I want to know. All you know the drill. Beat up that like button. Bust a subscription if you're not subscribed. Hit that notification bell so you won't miss a day in this 100 days of Christmas with Carib Boy. This is your boy Carib Boy. Out again.